Nintendo has been providing people of all ages with endless entertainment since the 1980s and shows no signs of slowing down. However, recently the gaming giant has been in a debate involving their most recent video game console and its pre-order process, and were consequently taken to court in Germany. What happened to Nintendo? What led to this insane misunderstanding involving the world's most popular gaming company? Stay tuned to find out. We have all the info here, and trust me, you're not going to want to miss a second of this story. With that said, let's jump right into the video. Pre-order conundrum. As everyone who lives on planet Earth knows, Nintendo is a Japan-based video game company who's famous for creating iconic video games and consoles such as the Mario franchise, the Zelda franchise, and the Pokemon video game adaptations that all play on iconic consoles such as the Game Boy, DS, Wii, and most recently the Switch. The Switch console was released to the public on March 3rd, 2017. It's been a smash hit ever since. Console is unique because it allows the user to play both on their TV at home and with a separate portable console, allowing the player to start their game at home and continue it on the go. The console includes a portable screen controller that can be placed into a larger dock-like console holder, which converts it back into a full console when the player is at a TV. The Switch has earned praise from both commercial consumers and critics alike, providing hours of fun for all ages. However, as of late, the console has caused the company to be under scrutiny in the public eye. Let's find out what happened. Differences in international law. As previously mentioned, Nintendo operates out of Japan, therefore its policies fall under Japanese law, while also complying to foreign laws in order to be sold in countries all over the world. However, the company fell under fire when their eShop's pre-order policy failed to comply with European law. In Japan and subsequently Nintendo, e-stores do not have to issue refunds on cancellations for pre-ordered items. However, in Germany and Norway, as well as other countries in the European Union, e-shops must issue refunds on cancellations made a week prior to the pre-order's arrival date. However, when many German and Norwegian customers went to cancel their Nintendo Switch pre-order for one reason or another, they were met with the unfortunate realization that they were in fact not getting a refund, despite European law stating that they should be entitled to one. Many customers complained to Nintendo, and they were met with the company's policy stating that according to Japanese law and the Nintendo policy, they were not entitled to a refund. People were furious and began taking the issue to authorities in Germany, which eventually sparked the need for a change. The case goes to court. The German Consumer Protection Authority, VZBV, along with the Norwegian Consumer Rights Council, accused the game giant of violating consumer laws in both Germany and Norway, as well as other countries in the EU. This forced the councils to take the matter to court in order to settle the dispute. Initially, Nintendo won the case pending appeal. However, this did not sit well with any of the European consumers, and thus the issue was taken all the way to the higher regional court of Frankfurt. In this higher court, the initial decision was overturned and Nintendo lost the case, as their policy was deemed in violation of EU consumer laws. As of this recording, it's unclear as to whether or not the company will have to revise its international and online law, but it is logical to speculate that they will. And as I say, this is because of 2020 eShops must allow pre-orders to be canceled and refunded if it's still at least a week prior to the pre-order's launch, at least in the EU. The law still states that consumers must forfeit their right to a refund if the cancellation is made within a week of the product's release. Furthermore, the law does not apply to regular online purchases, as those do not fall under the same scope as pre-orders for obvious reasons. I'm not sure about the rest of you watching this video, but I would be livid if I did not receive a refund, even though my country's law states that I'm entitled to one. I cannot see how a video game company can overrule the law of an entire sovereign country, but I guess that's just the world we live in now. Regardless, the consumers that suffered loss from Nintendo's original ruling have been fairly compensated, and it appears as though this issue will be put to rest and no longer an issue in the future. In other Nintendo news, in much less depressing and legal news, Nintendo has recently seen some success at the Game Awards, which is exactly what the title suggests: awards for video games. Many games were nominated, but 3 for the Nintendo Switch console ended up taking home prizes. Metroid Dread, the latest title in the uber-famous Metroid franchise, in which the player takes control of Samus, the armor-clad female warrior who battles aliens and solves puzzles puzzles in order to traverse the universe and complete her goals. The games have always been known for their entertaining puzzles and unique combat controls that separate them from the competition. Metroid Dread took home the award for Best Action Adventure Game, which is a very crowded genre in video games, making its win a very important accomplishment. Along with Metroid Dread, multi-console games such as Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy video game took home the award for Best Narrative, and Life is Strange True Colors won in the games for the Impact category. It was an award-filled night for the company, and there'll be a year of games that neither consumer nor provider will forget anytime soon. For those who own a Nintendo console, the company is holding a 30% off sale on select items in light of their success at the Game Awards. The sale is on until December 15th, 2021, so if you're watching this before then, maybe go check out that sale for the hottest games and DLC for the lowest prices of the year. The world of movies taking over video games? Over the last 3 years, Nintendo's been cashing in on opportunities involving film franchises crossing over into their video games. In 2017, Nintendo has released 13 games that include or are entirely based on a TV or film character. The games include Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Jurassic World Evolution, and even Alien Isolation. The prospect of combining the characters and plot of a film or TV series into a video game is not necessarily new territory, as developers have been making games based off movies for years. However, Nintendo's cashing in on the film market in a never-before-seen method. Nintendo's releasing games for all of their consoles for all ages, using properties that are kid-friendly like SpongeBob SquarePants, characters from the Disney's The Lion King, and even Dragon Ball Z. Additionally, the company has been working with films for older audiences such as Star Wars, Alien, South Park, and even The Mummy. The broad range of films that Nintendo is choosing to adapt into games for their consoles has increased interest in their consoles as they appeal to more audiences. People aged 5 to 50 now have a game that appeals to them, and that is increasing sales in Nintendo products. Nintendo does not show any signs of slowing down either, as it has recently been making deals with video game developers that do not usually make games for Nintendo consoles to create cloud versions of their game, so Switch users can download the game off the cloud and play the game on their Switch. Games such as Marvel's Guardian of the Galaxy, Fortnite, and The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim fall into this category, as none of these games were originally created for the Switch but are now available for the console, also allowing for Nintendo to appeal to a wide variety of demographics. If Nintendo continues on this trend, it's not ridiculous to assume that they will take a large lead in the console war between Sony's PlayStation 5 and Microsoft's Xbox Series X. They'll not only be able to play the games that are available on those consoles, but they'll be able to play with players on those consoles due to a cross-play being allowed between the consoles as of 2019. It's truly the best time to be a gamer, regardless of taste or console. And that's the video. Thank you all so much for watching. What do you think of Nintendo's court situation? Do you think the people involved were entitled compensation, or should Nintendo's policy overrule international law? Have you played any of the games mentioned in this video? If so, what do you think of them? Did they deserve the rewards they won? Whatever your answer, let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like on the video and subscribing to the channel. It's free to you, only takes a few seconds, and it really helps out the channel. Thank you all once again, and we'll see you in the next video.